Kickstarter books and rewards. Yeah, I've got some. Hello everyone, I'm Triple J and welcome to Brain Food, where I tell you what's yummy and nutritious for your head. For today, I'm actually going to be talking about a couple of books that I funded through Kickstarter. Paradox Girl and Gamer Girl and Vixen. And these two actually have a couple of things in common once I stop to think about it. Both of them have had two successful Kickstarter campaigns, both of which I've, funded. And the first one for Paradox Girl was to get the first 3 issues set out, and the second one was to get the other 3 issues, 4, 5, and 6 out. Gamer Girl and Vixen started off, its first successful campaign was to get the first couple of issues completed, and then the next campaign was to get this entire volume completed. Starting off with Power Girl, done by Katie Berquin and Yishan Lee. This series is basically the writers taking the Doctor's wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey explanation of time travel, cause and effect, and consequence, and just ramping it up to the nth degree. Essentially, we have someone who can travel through time, who interacts with herself, suddenly saves the day from monsters and bad guys, but also ends up fighting with herself over a discontinued line of breakfast treats from the 80s called waffle. Kind of like the Eggo waffle. The art by Yishan Lee is bright, colorful, and expressive, and the entire story is just so much fun to read. After dealing with and seeing so much of the stuff that comes from Marvel and even DC, where everything is super deadly serious, it's just fun to relax with a book with a main character who jumps through time so much that she interacts with herself on a daily basis before going off to grab Excalibur to stab a Godzilla-like creature in the back in the city of Cityopolis and save the day. On a side note, in regards to the Kickstarter rewards, not only did I get issues 1, 2, 3 again, along with issues 4, 5, and 6, but I also got issue 1 of Axiom Man, who is the partner of Power Girl in their daily superhero shenanigans. I haven't read it yet, but if it's anything like Paradox Girl, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, we have Gamer Girl and Vixen by McDowell, Mills, Moody, and Esposito. And I will say, again, in full disclosure, that for their second Kickstarter campaign, they did quote part of my review of this book. So, just putting that out there, making sure everyone knows. And my review is pretty much the same as it was the first time around. It is, bright and colorful as we follow these two characters, on their journey of becoming this sweet, dorky couple. There are a lot of really cool, gaming, I guess, bits in this that if you know them, you really appreciate them when you see them. And there are definitely some dramatic moments as, the two, they have their ups and downs, of course. You got to have some drama in this. But most importantly, and I will say this has a happy ending. The crew behind Gamer Girl and Vixen did not pull 100 on us. Otherwise, this review would have been much, much different. Now, for the Kickstarter rewards on the tier that I did get, well, I ended up getting quite a bit of good stuff here. Not only did I get the volume, I also got a number of these cute little posters here of the characters, just having fun. I think this one's really fun where they're just dancing around being dorky. This one here symbolizing other important bi and lesbian characters in animation I thought was really cool. So there they are from Legend of Korra, Adventure Time, Steven Universe. Very, very neat. I got this really cool personalized a bit of art on 2 of my favorite characters, Miss Marvel and Power Girl. I got a number of, again, cute little postcards, as well as a wonderful thank you note from the crew I'm really happy for that. And of course, the most important thing any reader can have, a bookmark. The other part of this episode is to say that, well, and quite frankly, I am thankful to be living in this time now where seeing so many creative people being able to bring their stories to life the way that they want to is quite easily found through both digital and print media. Although sometimes it's not always as easy as they wish they would. For example, comic book veteran writer Greg Rucka, in the release of Lady Saber and the Pirates in Ethereal Aether, had a number of factors come around that resulted in the delay of this book being printed in the first place. It was through no fault of his own, just sometimes that's the way that things happen. You just don't get it done because of stuff that is completely out of your control. And of course, you recognize I'm also wearing a Kickstarter reward from Halcyon 6, a really fun strategy space simulation game that I backed some time ago. Really fun. I love it a lot. And I even got the coffee cup from my Kickstarter reward of Zoe Quinn's Kickstarter. Kickstarted in the Butt, a Chuck Tingle digital adventure. Here it is. True Buckaroo. On a fun note, sometimes because of how life goes and everything, I'm just going along, then I check the mail, and then I go, wait, where did I get all this stuff? And then it's like, oh yeah, I backed this. And it's like Kickstarter is like the belated Amazon delivery that you asked for months down the line to just perk up your day on any random day of the week, well, when it arrives in the mail. Well, that's it for now. Please, support Gamer Girl and Vixen. Support Paradox Girl. They're really fun, great stories told by some wonderfully creative people. And hopefully, if you're on Kickstarter, maybe you can find something else that, well, is really good. If you find something you think I might be interested in, please let me know in the comments below. I'm Triple J. That's all I got left to say. Take care.